James Wood of the Nationals, O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates, Cal Raleigh of the Mariners, Matt Olson from the Braves, Jazz Chisholm Jr. of the Yankees, Byron Buxton from the Twins, Brett Rooker of the A's, and Tampa's Junior Caminero. NASCAR Cup Series on the road course in Sonoma. Shane Van Gisbergen took the checkered flag, finishing ahead of Chase Briscoe and Chase Elliott. Van Gisbergen has 2 straight Cup Series wins and 3 victories in the last 5 Cup races. All 3 wins this season have come from the pole. He joins Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Larson as the only drivers with 3 wins this season. The Sonoma victory moved him into 3rd for playoff seeding. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. That's the Sports Grid Sports Flash. I'm Chuck Sanders.
All right, Takis fans. Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips. So we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with Fuego fries inspired by Takis and a bag of Takis Fuego chips. If we had any more heat, we might start an actual... I told him this would happen. For an intense new take on Takis chips, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Includes 1 ounce Takis Fuego chips while supplies last. Takis and Fuego trademarks are used under license.
Ugh. Kitchen ants. Runaway roaches. A spider. A spider. A spider! Relax. Just use Zevo. Zevo insect killer sprays use a powerful blend of mint and rosemary to eliminate those pests and up to 20 other bug types. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spray the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo. People friendly, bug deadly.
It's a sweet deal.
All you gotta do is just listen and start winning.
We can't make it any simpler.
Yeah, we'd be lying if we told you we hadn't considered asking for a cut.
Get the winning edge.
This is the Sports Grid Radio Network.
The only place in football where the offense is always on the field is on Moneyline. With the 2 best hosts in radio, Donnie Rightside.
If anybody wasn't watching, listen, I don't know what you were doing.
And Kevin Walsh.
Forget act like you've been there before.
On the Sports Grid Radio Network, Sirius XM Channel 159.
Get down to the business, people. The best every day now officially underway. It is Moneyline. It is a Monday. It is a no sports Monday, as I like to say, in the sports stratosphere. It's Kevin Walsh. It's Donnie Rightside.
So what?
The toughest week in professional sports, handicapping / content. Even the dogs are upset with this week. They have nothing to talk about. But we always, Kevin, keep the people entertained, especially through the dark days over the next 4 days.
Yeah, the usual Donnie routine of immediately telling everyone.
Too. Yeah, I got facts to back it up, too, by the way. So you ready
facts
for the facts?
To back up what?
Nothing to talk about this week. And you know why? You know how I know that?
Go ahead.
Give me your schedule this week on GTD. Come on. Give me your schedule.
Their shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Well, why not Thursday, though? I mean,
there's no baseball on. There's no WNBA on.
That's nothing to talk about. You had to take the day off. You would have fought for that spot. So you know what? It's when we hit a home run on GTD, hour and a half. So now you're saying that. Yeah, I've seen. I get it.
So hold on. Is today Thursday?
What's that?
Is today Thursday?
But like you run out of topics apparently on that show
no,
by Wednesday.
I don't run out of. I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't run out of anything. No, I don't run out of anything. You know, I'll fill that with about 6 clean hours of podcasting. Don't you worry. I'll triple it. I'm not worried about it.
Now, see, other companies will be like, you know what? Kevin's going to go out to a local bar. We're going to sponsor it. We're going to get maybe like 30, 40 people in there. Live podcast on Thursday night. Why can't we do that?
We could do a live top 10 NFL quarterback podcast so we can set the record straight.
Yeah. By the way, that's right on the top. Like, this is a big list week. Right there, I got a couple lists that we're going to get to, and that certainly is going to be one of them. But this week, like today, like yesterday, do the pro. By the way, Kevin, did a 1 hour pro baseball today, yesterday. I mean, I don't know where you guys get in these under 3 hour shows at. They are fantastic. And they like, hey, that's a lot of game. I said, trust me, I've worked a lot of 1 hour baseball shows. That thing was so glorious, Kevin, where I sprinted through that, where we had like still like a segment and a half left, and I was already done 15 games in that hour. And it was like, this is the greatest thing of all time. No filter, no filler out there. Just get to the games, get the good stuff out there. And after 1 hour, it's like, I could, like, a joke was like, I could do a pod. I'm going to do my own podcast for the next hour. I'm just so amped up. I can't believe it. Like a 1 hour baseball show was just like, man, that was nice.
I mean, that is because you are Mr. Games, right? Yeah. Like, that is really, like, you are uninterested in the fact that the Red Sox have as many wins as the New York Yankees at the deadline or at the All-Star break. Despite the fact that is a monster story.
10 games in a row, like the Sox out here. But just getting, like, again, like Sunday NFL football show, Kevin. 1 hour, all games. Bang. Like in, out, bang, boom. Who you like, who you got. See you at the game, drive home, and away you go, man. Like 1 hour is
keep trimming it. How about this? Let's not even do a show. Just send out a couple of pics on Twitter.
I mean, it works.
What's the difference?
There was my favorite year, I could say, probably the SportsGrid Network. I did not work Sundays for NFL content. And I'm like, what's wrong? Monday through Friday and the whole weekend off in football season. I mean, those were the days here. Now, granted,
no, you were
more pay you make and away you go.
You were missing it. You were missing. You're like, I don't know. It feels a little weird.
Like, I got to watch football on Sunday. Like, not like driving home and being exhausted. Like, that was the year I got to enjoy. And that's the Eagles did make a Super Bowl run that year, which I didn't have to do Super Bowl content that year. I didn't even go to the Super Bowl that year. Like, I was like winning all over the place. I even had a whole week on the early line to sit back, like sit back in the cut and be like, you know what? You guys need me for 5 minutes over this next 2 hour show. I'm in. Like, you want to talk about things you label a win? It's a big win, man. It's a big win. Like, look, you're learning though. GTD down from 2 hours to 1.5. Big win.
I didn't make any of these decisions. I didn't make any of these decisions.
I didn't make those decisions either. I was told those decisions. Like, hey, you know what? Don't need you for football this year. Like, you know what I mean? That what's that meme? Who's the pick? It's Drewski does this. You know what I mean?
Is that what he does? Is that what he does?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what you're at. So is this what we're gonna do for an hour? You're just gonna talk about how you'd like to work less?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm trying to set you up because, you know, the theory was I got wind of no GTD Thursday because, you know, there's no topics. I'm like, oh, it's hard.
Oh, that's not what
Kevin was probably behind that and said, you know what, Thursdays, I think we need the night off. And the boys were like, you know what, makes a lot of sense.
They probably should have. They probably should have had. They probably should have just had me do like a baseball midway point. If this is what you're doing on the early line, 3 hours every day of just being like, I have nothing to say.
Work.
You know what I mean? Like, we have no thoughts on Cal Raleigh. I don't know if this is how it finished. I don't know what he did yesterday. Cal Raleigh, last I checked, had 5 hits in the month of July. They just happened to all be home runs. He's battling under 200, but he's got the most home runs since Barry at the break.
Yeah, we'll get it. There's a couple of nice hot topics, which I was like screaming about. And it's fun. Like, this is like more of a hot topic week for me. And so many hot topics happened over the weekend that got brought into Monday were a lot of fun. But the MVP market, Kevin, did you catch a whiff of like where the statistics are today for the MVP market or no?
I know that Raleigh's been dropping quite a bit. I think last look I saw was like plus 360, I want to say.
Yeah, like Judge is down to minus 600 and Ohtani's down to minus 800, which I wish we had like a bookmaker in the room who was like setting these lines. Because the one thing we did know was, hey, 4.5 months ago in the season, Aaron Judge is minus 20,000. I'm just trying to say, like, yes, he's the best player. Yes, he's probably going to win it. But you do understand he rounds first base and like tweaks his knee and he's out for like 3.5 weeks. He's probably not going to win this at that price. Like, oh, you know what, man, Kev got him at a minus 350. That hurts, you know. No, minus 20,000 at that point. And then Ohtani dropping to 8-1, but now he's back up there with like a less than 1 ERA as a pitcher. And I don't know who's trying to close the gap, but those market swings aren't like, right, Kevin? Minus 20,000. All right, it's minus 1850 today. That's minus 18,000 today. Like the drops have been like, let's just cut them in half for the fun of it over one night. Like I am enthralled in these betting markets where it's almost like saying now, like, all right, if I parlay Aaron Judge at minus 600 and Ohtani at minus 800, it's back down to a minus 320 price. I don't care what happens. I think these two guys win it unless you have a devastating injury. Like, I love it now. It's almost like coming back where I might want to play a little bit in this market.
Yeah, I've told you this, though. I think that Ohtani is far more vulnerable than you believe. We can get into that. I'll just say on the Judge piece of it, I think the Raleigh number is the books in some part being like, look, I don't know what happens if he hits 70 home runs. So I guess we got to give him a chance because the home runs just won't stop. Yeah. I'll say this. You tell me Cal Raleigh hits 65 home runs. Would you bet him at plus 360? I'd still say no. That's how good of a season Aaron Judge is having. Aaron Judge, Donnie, is wiping the floor with Cal Raleigh right now.
You know what the funny part about Aaron Judge is right now, though? Which it's the way humans look at it, Kevin. Well, he was hitting 400. What did he finish the season at? 338. Except if you would have said before the season, by the way, Aaron Judge's going to hit 338. Why are we playing this season? He's the MVP. You know what I mean?
I think, Donnie, as long as that 338 leads the majors, that won't happen. Now, if he ends up hitting, let's extend it a little bit, 335, and like Jacob Wilson, and I don't even know if there's another guy. I don't know. But can Bobby Witt get red hot? Maybe Aranda. Yeah. If one of those other guys can get in front of him, we finish his third in batting average. But again, the idea Cal Raleigh is going to stop Aaron Judge from getting a Triple Crown. Maybe, but they're also about 100 batting average points apart.
You need Judge just hit a couple missiles in Yankee Stadium post All-Star break right off the bat. Just close that gap down. Minus 320 if you want to parlay those two. I got other hot topics next. Includes Summer League.
Of summer have returned and taken the field for the great American pastime. You should monetize that. Get the winning edge. This is the SportsGrid Radio Network.
With your news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg. This update brought to you by Linzess. President Donald Trump will make an unprecedented second state visit to the UK between September 17th and 19th, when he will be hosted by King Charles and Queen Camilla at Windsor Castle. Trump, who is a big supporter of the royal family, will be accompanied by his wife Melania Trump during a 3-day visit. No U.S. president has been invited for a second state visit. Trump previously enjoyed a state visit in 2019 during his first term when he was hosted by Charles' late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. A historic lodge on the Grand Canyon's North Rim has been destroyed by a fast-moving wildfire. The Grand Canyon Lodge, the only lodging inside the park at the North Rim, was consumed by the flames. Park Superintendent Ed Keeble said the visitor center, the gas station, a wastewater treatment plant, an administration building, and some employee housing also were lost. 2 wildfires were burning at or near the North Rim, known as the White Sage Fire and the Bravo Dragon Fire. I'm Trey Westerberg with your news flash.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp, Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings.
Luck is a word losers use.
If you think winning is only a matter of chance, you must be new here. We give you sports gaming strategies and information that changes outcomes others flip a coin over. This is the SportsGrid Radio Network.
Summer League. I think Kevin might agree with me on this one as I tee it up. Do you think you're going to agree with me on Summer League or no? What do you got?
I think I'm going to meet you halfway. Guessing on what I think you're going to get into. That's my guess.
Fair enough. We'll get back to Home Run Derby. We got a lot of hot topics. It's a fun week out there. Shout out to the people in the chat box, too, here on this nice little hump week, as we call it. Get over the hump here. It's free. It's free sailing all the way till next year when we get back to the same point here. Aaron's out here. Francisco's out here. Kristen Hess. Baylor Man's out here. 40 days till college football. Soon we'll be getting up to watch K-Double. Whoa. We got news in the chat box here? Hold on, wait. Let me read this again. Because I didn't read this before. I didn't proofread it. Baylor Man says, 40 days until college football. Soon we'll be getting up to watch K-Dub on college football today. Wow.
All right. A lot of excitement in these streets.
I'm telling you, George is in the chat box now. People know something out here. Put in a good word for you.
Make sure you're on the Kevin Walsh Show. We'll be talking a lot of college football there, I'm sure.
We will. All right. Summer League, Kevin. Here's
what
what
do
I
you got
get
for
upset
me?
with. Like, we just like sports. And you know me. Like, I don't leave. Like, actually, it's almost a wild statement to make. Like, I think I might enjoy if NBA Summer League plays out the way I wanted to more than the NBA regular season. Like, I love the playoffs. I just can't stand the regular season in the NBA because I don't get excited for the regular season in the NBA. I actually like when it's like, hey, man, big-time players just getting drafted, saw them in college. Let's get that first glimpse at them for a couple games. And we get the first glimpse for, like, a game. Like, VJ Edgecombe is breaking my brain right now in Philadelphia. Like, they're a horrendous Summer League team. The only reason you want to watch them is because VJ Edgecombe. It's like, I'll play one game, I'll shoot a lot, and I'll just disappear. The MO in the NBA, which I think is, let's let our guy play until he plays well, and then he won't play again because if I let him play again and he doesn't play well, he's probably a bust for the rest of his career. What is the thought process in the Summer League on we're going to let our guys who are supposed to play in the Summer League to get a taste of the NBA barely play? Why? Like, why is that?
So here's why I said I'm going to meet you halfway. VJ Edgecombe, right? We are hearing reports, Donnie, that his thumb keeps getting worse to where I'm already now worried the Sixers have ruined this kid's career. Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, these guys, just get put in a program. It's time to get worried. Like his best game as a Sixer in his career, Donnie, may have already happened. Like that's the concern
like
level for me.
Already. Yep, he's like, all right, he's like Matisse Thybulle, get him out of town.
Ace Bailey's another one, right? They said he tweaked something when they were playing over in Utah. He's not playing. It's frustrating because yes, you then turn on a Sixer Summer League game and you're like, shoot a mints. Respectfully, no, thank you. Right. You turn on the Jazz Summer League game, you're like, oh, what's that? Even more Cody Williams jump shots? I'm good. So those but Don, if you go out there and get your top 5 pick injured, more injured, right? I think Walter Clayton, hold on a second. I think Walter Clayton, Donnie, got a hamstring strain, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Dr. Hamstring over there, I'm pretty sure Walter Clayton then should have been shut down for the rest of the Summer League. I don't think we should risk him tearing his hamstring.
Only the hamstring, though, because you can't
Here's what I will say.
You give me the hamstring, it's a wrap. That's the only one you get.
Knipple, game number 1, all this kid does is shoot threes. Couldn't make a 3-point shot. Didn't play game 2. Now, what was that about? We're now shutting guys down, Donnie, not because they played so well, but because it was we cannot expose him to a second game of this. That's where I'm getting a little lost.
The ownership group kept making season tickets were bad yesterday. You can't play this kid again. Nobody's going to believe why we took this kid. But it's Cooper Flagg was cooking NBA players at 17 before he got to Duke. Cooper Flagg was amazing at Duke. And now they're all right, we're going to show up at the Summer League. Oh, she had a bad performance. If he had game number 2's performance, game number 1, you wouldn't see him again. But I don't even as a competitor, Flagg's dude, just let me hoop out here. It's not worth why even have the Summer League then at this point? Because I get it. It's good for the NBA. It brings ratings into the building. You do get to see some players you don't normally get to see, but the thought process of, hey, we can really build these games and make some money in the summer if it's bad. It's not football. You know what I mean? It's hey, tore his ACL. It's basketball. They're playing basketball anyway. They're working out 6 hours a day. And the easiest part of their day, Kevin, is probably what? Playing basketball games, not actually the workout themselves.
Yeah, no, listen, I don't understand. Yesterday, I went to check the Suns box score. I'm big into Kaman Malawach, right?
Yes.
And Kaman Malawach didn't play in the second game, and I can't figure out why.
Yeah.
Kaman Malawach, again, who for anyone who doesn't know how, I thought he was worthy of the second pick in this past draft, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Game number 1, DRS, wasn't the best game in the world. He took 6 threes, which is just awesome. Go ahead, big man, let him fly.
I like that.
Right?
No, you know what? Yeah. Now he's higher up on my list then. I'm just going to try some things out here. I like that.
But Donnie, let him shoot another 6 in the second game. You have 25-year-old Kobe Bryant out there playing. Look, I think Kobe Bryant he's shut Kobe Bryant down. We already get it. He's a 25-year-old 40-point.
Got a lot of tread on the tires.
Yeah, right. You're running this guy into the ground like he's Le'Veon Bell, and Kaman Malawach can't get game number 2. I just, by the way, that's a little frustrating.
Do you remember Brett Brown, Philadelphia 76ers coach during the tank?
Yeah.
And they started to get a little bit better. And then as soon, of course, they moved on from him. But like the thought process in Philly at times was, we're going to play a preseason game. And Brett Brown would be like, Ben, just shoot unlimited 3-point shots in these preseason games. If you want to shoot, Kevin, 10 a quarter, that's perfectly fine, and we will love it. Get some confidence out there. If you miss all 10 by air ball every quarter, it doesn't matter. We'll shut it down for the regular season. You'll be comfortable again. But just go out in an easy atmosphere and shoot as many as you want, and he still wouldn't be able to do that. Like, you're right. Like Malawat's like, hey, you know what? Like, big men that can shoot threes got opportunities. And what better chance to have a spring league where I can, be in a game flow situation. I'm going to take threes. And you know what the organization didn't go, hey, big man, you don't shoot threes. Like, hey, take another one. Take another one down. Hey, you're open. Let it rip. Like, what is the deal? You're right about that.
It's very, and the Simmons stuff was always a disaster. Like, he'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to go play with Australia. I'm going to work on my game. Ben, no more working on the game. Go out there and play the game. All right. And no more you in the gym. Like, just go out there and play basketball.
His gym videos of stroking triples to never be seen again. Like, we didn't know much about AI a couple years ago. Ben Simmons was the first user of AI, no doubt in my mind. Moneyline, it's a Monday. The boys in town. We're ready to go. We'll be right back.
Stamping out the boredom in baseball year after year. We bring you all the angles, insights, and information you need. This is the SportsGrid Radio Network. The SportsGrid Radio Network presents This Date in Sports History.
1970, Red Sox outfielder Carl Yastrzemski wins the All-Star Game MVP despite the National League's 5-4 win in 12 innings. Yaz went 4 for 6 for the junior circuit and appeared in 18 All-Star games in his illustrious career. Yastrzemski won 7 Gold Gloves and won the AL MVP in 1967, a year he also won the Triple Crown. For SportsGrid Radio, I'm Mike DeMurgis.
The Technology Minute with George Capalbo.
New research at the University of Bern, Switzerland suggests artificial intelligence superior to humans at suggesting appropriate behavior in emotionally charged situations.
I suggest you put down the duck.
Unemotional, non-human AI trained on psychological research dispassionately diagnoses emotionally charged situations in real time, assessing and diffusing the chance of a dangerous outcome.
You might be calmer if your wife stopped tickling you.
One step closer to AI with actual emotional intelligence.
Next time, let go of the bowling ball.
Follow me at Jacob Albo on X and stay tuned to the Technology Minute for more cool stuff like this.
Football full circle.
If you had to highlight a team that missed out on the playoffs last year, that you expect to be a playoff team, who comes top of mind?
It's got to be Cincinnati. With their schedule the way it is, they got all these contract issues that were hanging over their head last year. I think the coach, his job is probably on the line as well. I like Cincinnati to make the playoffs, if not win the division this season.
It's Football Full Circle with Ben Stevens and Joe Lisi. Weekdays noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on the SportsGrid Radio Network. Have you noticed how hard it is these days to find something to believe? Nonsense is everywhere.
But at SportsGrid,
we put our mouth where your money is. Because if we're ever wrong, you wouldn't win.
Get it?
This is the SportsGrid Radio Network.
All-Star festivities tonight. We're going to get to the Home Run Derby. There's not. I actually have a couple bets I think are interesting, even though there's no true handicaps. Like yesterday, I took Rooker on the show. He's a 10-1 price. I don't even like Brent Rooker to win it per se, but I like the price point. I just don't think there's a runaway favorite in this field here. We'll get to that in a little bit more. But let me ask you this question. Like, all-star games tend to come up. They don't mean anything anymore, which is what baseball will tell you and then contradict themselves. Same thing in the NFL, same thing in all of the sports. And I like to bring it up like this. Like the NFL, the one thing, they had the worst all-star game because the players just didn't want to participate anymore. The Pro Bowl was terrible. When I was growing up as a kid, they actually played football. Like, hey, you turn it on to a semblance of a game going on. It turned into run up the middle and nobody gets tackled until the whistle and they like sort of hold you. I was like, we have to do away with this. but you still make the Pro Bowl by going there. And if you remember, it was who was it? Tyler Huntley that I brought up this morning, who technically made a Pro Bowl. He didn't make the Pro Bowl because he was a really good player. He made the Pro Bowl because he was a starting quarterback in the AFC, where they just needed a quarterback to go because nobody wanted to go. Boom. But that makes you a Pro Bowl. But also, Kevin, the guys that made the Pro Bowl but didn't play, they were still Pro Bowlers. Like, you still write that down. 2-time Pro Bowler, 3-time Pro Bowler, you didn't play. It's not a big deal. The reason I bring this up is in Major League Baseball, and it's focused now where the Phillies players and front office got all ruffled feathers. And I agree with it. But I've also been saying as well, like, the All-Star game doesn't mean anything, so it's not a big deal. But you can't have it both ways. Like, Christopher Sanchez and Ranger Suarez have been phenomenal this year and way better than Jacob Misiorowski. Misiorowski's going to the All-Star game if they're only pitching 5 games. When Ranger Suarez, like 15, 16, 17 games, same thing with Sanchez. Better ERAs, more innings pitched, and they got passed over. Now, Major League Baseball is trying to say, well, like, we reached out, like Ranger Suarez, hey, if we'll bring it to the All-Star game and you'll be an All-Star, but you have to pitch. He's like, well, I'd rather have the rest at this point, which again would be Suarez and Sanchez are All-Stars. Oh, they declined to go, or they're going, but they're not going to pitch. Why can't you still bring Misiorowski to the All-Star game, make him an All-Star, and have him pitch with those two guys being All-Stars? The reason I said, like, the Phillies are paying the All-Star bonus for Sanchez that's in his contract because he didn't get to go. Like, I just think it's an odd look where it's like, we don't care, we do care, but the way you get judged on your career, like when it's all said and done, man, he only made 7 All-Star games, this guy made 5, so he's better. Like, oh, let me raise my hand. We were taking, like, internet guys over me when I deserved to go. Like, it's bad optics when you just could have made everybody happy. And why not if the game doesn't mean anything?
But the problem is, Donnie, by the way, I don't like that Misiorowski's there either. But here's what I don't want. Hey, did you know that there were 25 NL All-Star pitchers this year? It's like, huh? Yeah, 25. Well, Wheeler couldn't make it, so we put in Suarez, but then he couldn't make it, so we put in Sanchez, and then he couldn't make it, so we put in Misiorowski. And it's like, okay, this is a mess. Like, I almost now don't want All-Star replacement pitchers. Like, let Skeens pitch 6 innings then. Yeah. Like, because the whole thing's ridiculous. Like,
it is ridiculous.
It's such a bizarre thing that Major League Baseball called Philadelphia, who one of their biggest market teams in a race for the division. The Phillies could have the best record in the National League with the Dodgers slump. And it's like, here are your choices. Ranger Suarez, Chris Sanchez. Do not pitch in an actual meaningful regular season game, and you can be an All-Star then, or pitch in your actual meaningful game, but you're getting passed up. And it's like, well, that's not right.
Correct.
But it's this weird blend, though, Donnie, where, those guys, they initially weren't deserving. Like, that's the other bizarre part of it, too. It's like, we had too many pitchers to send those guys.
Yeah, because again, back in the day, like, they would love the All-Star game because, like, hey, man, I'm going to make a lot of money on my salary, which I make peanuts in, like, the 50s, 60s, and 60s, or whatever it is. But it's grown so big now, it's almost like, all right, let's get if you're an All-Star, like the Pro Bowl, right? And then there's still the All-Pro team. But then play an All-Pro game. Like, we just have to, like, have a leg up, like, hey, All-Pro your position. That's the way it is. All-Star below it, because it's just, and I don't care how Christopher Sanchez's career ends up, or Ranger Suarez, if, like, the make or break was not going to make the Hall of Fame because he missed an extra All-Star appearance. I just think it's unfair to those players. And I think I just got passed up because they like the story. Now, I'll also say this, Kevin. I was watching ESPN today, which in the morning, sometimes I'll flip through. It could have been like making my head explode even more. Like, hey, Misiorowski, 5 games. He's like, they want stars in the game. Like, what did I miss? Like, I love baseball. I talk about Misiorowski. But if I talk about to my family, my father, my stepfather, or anybody who just likes baseball, they have no idea who this kid is after 5 games.
Couldn't agree more.
You know what I mean? Like, there's so many more hot topics we get to, and that's one of those sticking points that we have. It's Moneyline, people. It's Monday. We'll be right back.
If you ever hear a Taylor Swift song here, something has gone horribly wrong. We only give you sports gaming strategies and information you need. This is the SportsGrid Radio Network.
Progressive presents the SportsGrid Sports Flash. I'm Chuck Sanders. Major League Baseball pauses for the All-Star break. The Home Run Derby is tonight in Atlanta. Scheduled to take part James Wood of the Nationals, O'Neill Cruz from the Pirates, Cal Raleigh of the Mariners, Matt Olson from the Braves, Jazz Chisholm Jr. of the Yankees, Byron Buxton from the Twins, Brett Rooker of the A's, and Tampa's Junior Caminero. At the break, the Tigers lead baseball at 59-38 with the best record. They're on top of the AL Central by 11.5 over the Twins. The Blue Jays lead the AL East by 2 games over the Yankees. The Astros have a 5-game advantage in the AL West atop Seattle. In the National League, Philadelphia leads the NL East by a half game over the Mets. The Cubs on top of the National League Central by a game over Milwaukee. The Dodgers lead the National League West by 5.5 over the Padres. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. That's the SportsGrid Sports Flash. I'm Chuck Sanders.
This summer with Kohl's, you can rack up the compliments. Like, where'd you get that dress? Tell me all your makeup secrets. Or, ooh, my husband needs that polo in every color. Because Kohl's has what you need. Cute dresses, Sephora essentials, stylish polos, comfy kids clothes, and more. Plus, take 20% off some of your faves. Yep, cue the compliments with Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offer ends July 20th. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. See store or kohls.com for details.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Let's keep it real. Baseball can be boring. That's where SportsGrid comes in. Nothing livens up those 9 innings like sports gaming. You might experience something you've never felt in a baseball game, a quickened pulse. This is the SportsGrid Radio Network.
Yeah, we do have some camp week this week, by the way, Kevin, in the WNBA, which I like to see later in the week. Some afternoon action to sort of sink your teeth into. Yesterday, I didn't really have too much to do. I was watching baseball. But, on, I guess it was ABC, I did have on for a while, the Fever game yesterday, just to check in on Caitlin Clark, see what they're doing. Yeah. Paige Beckers ended up winning that game easy. But it seems like that league is in the right direction if they can just get some things done, like in their favor. But I was talking to Ben. It's like the schedule this week kind of wonky, not a lot of WNBA games, where it seems like they missed some opportunities. But I was saying, like, boy, they should have had camp week this week. But then I found out, I think it's Wednesday. I want to say they have a couple afternoon games, which is important to do. So, hey, maybe they can take some action there.
You don't think it's a good idea that on the Thursday that there's no baseball on, the WNBA was like, you know what? We should also be off and have our All-Star break. You don't think that was a good idea?
Like, can you imagine Thursday? Like, there's nothing going on. And you're like, you know what? Watch this. Like an NCAA tournament. Games at 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Like, ESPN wouldn't buy that and be like, that's such a great idea. Like, that's programming people will watch, people will bet, and we can promote it. No, let's take the day off.
It's funny, man, but some of the decisions you see from these, I was talking to Suss the other day, and he was telling me that the July 4th weekend, like Major League Baseball is trying to really do it right, and they want it to be like one of their big marquee days. They're gonna have all 30 teams play, and he's like, that's not special. All 30 teams play every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's like, that's not doing anything for anybody.
Yeah. Hey, what if we had a 5:00 game on a Sunday in the NFL? Like, big.
What if we do 2 Sunday night baseball games? And it's like, all right, man. Sure.
Side by side, dual ticket. Yeah. That'll really bring people into the tent at that point. My goodness.
Where's the K-Rod cast?
Yeah, exactly. By the way, any other hot topics that you saw this weekend? Did you watch a little Wimbledon? Did you get involved in that?
I you know what? I actually did. I did get involved. I bet Sinner over games won. So I was like, you know what? Like, I could get this even if it's like just lengthy, but he obviously won in the match. I needed him to win 21 games. I think he finished with 22, I want to say.
I don't
maybe.
Even know. What was it, like 4-6, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4, something like that? I mean,
you know what was really interesting, though, Donnie, truly, like from the Wimbledon side of it, was the line movement. because Alcaraz, I believe, opened like minus 140 range. You know, the idea is he owns Sinner. Like, Sinner's the world number one, and clearly the books overshot, at least some, overshot the Alcaraz is the guy number, because Sinner closed at minus 125. So there was a lot of movement from that, but I actually did watch the Wimbledon. I'll tell you what I didn't watch a second of, and I feel like usually we hear, like, the Scottish Open.
Yes.
With this guy Rory entering as the favorite against, respectfully, a bunch of what seemingly were no names, and finding a way to not win that tournament. It's like, attaboy Rory. He's totally back. Like, that Masters thing.
He was in the final Sunday,
thing.
too. Yeah, he was in the final grouping on Sunday and wasn't able to win it in his home state, city. I don't know. I don't even know what you call it over there for Scotland. Home country, I guess you could just call it right there. Hey, by the way, just looking at FanDuel this morning, like, we're going over some options, like to bet home run derby. It's like, well, who do you like? Well, and again, I've had people reach out. Donnie, did you like anybody? I said I took Rooker. Not because I actually like the handicap. It's just a good price, and it's a field that I just think anybody can win it. Let me take a good price as opposed to the favorite, which would be Cal Raleigh. But how about this one, Kevin? This morning, the player to hit the home run with the highest exit velocity, because I think there's a couple telecasts tonight. Again, one's like the regular feed, one's like the stat feed. So you'll be able to get those information right away. And it's not like an arbitrary number, which, hey, they tabulate it overnight and get back to you. Like, you'll know right away if you've won this at the end of the competition. O'Neal Cruz, Kevin, was minus 140 this morning, which means like an hour ago, he's up to minus 165. Like, we were talking to Tom later in the show, but Ben brought it up. It's like, this guy, like, all he does is hit laser beams, right? Now, granted, it has to be a home run. It can't be like, oh, I hit a line drive into left field in the home run derby at 122 off the bat, so he wins it. It has to be a home run. But when I look at this lineup, and yes, like, Byron Buxton has some torque on there, and, you know, James Wood probably can do the same. But O'Neal Cruz, I actually agree with that. Like, if there's a handicapped bet where it's like, well, O'Neal Cruz has to win it and get this, or get to the second round, like, one home run that he absolutely, like, cranks and torques his body like he does, I actually like that bet, and I agree that it should be on the move. It's not up to minus 165 for the highest exit velo of a home run tonight by any player.
My only, I guess, thing would be minus 165, like, in a derby, right, is tricky to get to. And my bigger takeaway, I think, is, all right, so O'Neal Cruz isn't winning this thing. Because if O'Neal Cruz is going to swing from his shoes every single swing, that's just not, like, this guy might swing and miss on a couple, like, if he's swinging that hard. So I think that's kind of the trick of it, Donnie, is can you find a couple guys to fade? Like, I think Matt Olson, for me, like, he wasn't planning on being in this thing. Acuna dropped out, and they were like, we need a Brave. Can we please just get a Brave in here, like, for the home crowd? And Olson's like, sure. You know what I mean? Like, that's to me what. Can I say this, actually? I feel like the All-Star game this year in Major League Baseball, Donnie, has taken... It's been NBA-ish, the conversation. It feels like it's been real negative. Like, I'm trying to find the person who has been leading the positive conversation around this year's All-Star game. It's about how it doesn't matter. Guys are dropping out. Guys don't belong to be there. Dog and pony show. It's not the same. Like, it just, and look, I feel as if maybe it's, you know, one of your stances, like, all-star games are meant to die, and it feels like we're getting closer and closer with the Major League Baseball All-Star game, because the conversation around it, again, like, Donnie, what's the positive angle of this year's All-Star game that we're hearing?
Like, maybe I get to see Skeens and Skubal for one inning, honestly. But, like, Shohei Ohtani maybe gets in a bat or two. But
is he going to pitch an inning, Ohtani? No, right?
Probably not. No. It's like, all right, now exactly. Like, if he throws an inning, which again would just be like he's an opener, his arm will fall off. So he can only pitch for LA when they say he's going to pitch. Otherwise, he's going to get hurt. Same thing with every other pitcher there. But you're right. We're starting to jump the shark where the NBA dunk competition, which, you know, for the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, some of it was must-see TV, and you got excited for it. And now we're at the point where we're looking, again, I love baseball. I know every player in baseball, every guy in the home run derby. I probably bet them multiple times this season, enjoy them for what they do for their team. But when you're trying to, and bringing everybody into the tent doesn't, like, do a service, but excitement where you turn it on, like, hey, I can't miss Stanton, can't miss Judge, I can't miss Pete, the true superstars of the game. And yes, Cal Raleigh hits a lot of home runs. Cal Raleigh is not a superstar in Major League Baseball. If I took Cal Raleigh's picture, just a headshot of him, even in a Mariners uniform, 9 out of 10 people that are, I don't want to say baseball fans, but just like Yankee fans, Philly fans, like market fans, right? Washington fans. Hey, who's this guy that plays for the Mariners? I don't think they would know who he is, Kevin. I just don't think so. So like,
no, I don't
you
think
show
you're
a
wrong.
picture like to a Phillies fan, a casual Phillies fan. Who's this guy? Oh, that's Aaron Judge. Show Bryce Harper's face to a casual Yankees fan. Like, I'm just a Yankees fan. Oh, well, that's Bryce Harper. You see what I mean? Like, we don't have that. Like, why is it Bryce Harper? I mean, oh, my wrist, coming back. But see what I mean? Like, I get upset. Schwarber. What are we doing here?
But you know what I think the real trick of it is, Donnie, is that's the home run derby portion of it for the All-Star game, right? For when people would bash like the NBA All-Star game. It's like, you might see a couple cool dunks, this, that. But Major League Baseball, it's like, hey, you excited to watch Skeens 3 up, 3 down? It's like, hey, are you excited for the 2 Aaron Judge up? But it's like, oh, you ready for the 2 Aaron Judge at bats?
Hey, Aaron,
that's what I'm
how's
saying.
It going in New York? Love it, man. Hitting baseballs out here. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Great interview by Aaron Judge, sponsored by Applebee's.
Yeah, like that's the, I remember the one year I feel like Alec Manoah and David Ortiz were doing a couple shots before they were having their interview, which was a good look. But I just think that's the tricky thing. Like for Tuesday, Donnie, right? Like we'll talk about it, right? But like, where will I land on the betting scale of it? Like, some short. The only year I'd say the year at Coors was fun because we were like, we're gonna get a lot of moonshots, but it's not had as much fun to it.
It's a long night. The Derby is way too long as well. Like, why do we have 8? The best 4 home run hitters should be in it. We'll be right back.
This is sports gaming information you can use. Expert analysis on odds, insights, and strategies you can literally take to the bank. This is the SportsGrid Radio Network.
Progressive presents the SportsGrid Sports Flash. I'm Chuck Sanders. NASCAR Cup Series on the road course in Sonoma. Shane Van Gisbergen took the checkered flag, finishing ahead of Chase Briscoe and Chase Elliott. Van Gisbergen has 2 straight Cup Series wins and 3 victories in the last 5 Cup races. All 3 wins this season have come from the pole. He joins Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Larson as the only drivers with 3 wins this season. The Sonoma victory moved him into 3rd for playoff seeding. Van Gisbergen now the fastest driver to win 4 Cup Series races in his 34th start since Parnelli Jones in 1969. He's also the winningest driver born outside the U.S. Next on the Cup Series schedule, this coming Sunday at Dover in Delaware, Hamlin won last year's race. The Major League Baseball All-Star Game is tomorrow in Atlanta. The Home Run Derby is tonight. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. That's the SportsGrid Sports Flash. I'm Chuck Sanders.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, tools, home essentials, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a rewards member? Join for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This summer with Kohl's, you can rack up the compliments like, where'd you get that dress? Tell me all your makeup secrets. Or, ooh, my husband needs that polo in every color. Because Kohl's has what you need. Cute dresses, Sephora essentials, stylish polos, comfy kids clothes, and more. Plus, take 20% off some of your faves. Yep, cue the compliments with Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offer ends July 20th. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Springtime. When a young man's fancy turns to baseball. Get your mind out of the gutter. For sports gaming strategies and information that gives you an unfair advantage, you'll find it all right here.
It's the winning edge.
This is the SportsGrid Radio Network.
We're going to save a list, Kevin, for tomorrow. The top 10 quarterback list that came out, I guess, from executives. We're voting on that because we got a lot of lists we can use this weekend. But again, Home Run Derby is tonight. Just looking at FanDuel right now, Brendan Rooker 10-1, small flyer on him. But I do like the O'Neal Cruz. I'm interested to see where that minus 165 now goes on the highest exit velo of a home run tonight. And if we're talking to Tom Vecchio, and I was just saying, you know what? If you just went tonight, Kevin, every round, take the underdog in the matchup, I think you actually win money tonight. Like just a blind bet one way. Because I don't see like, hey, man, you're going to go up against Stanton or Pete Alonso's won this multiple times. Like, we don't have that guy. I just would take the plus money tonight on every single round and say, you know what? 50-50, I win.
But is that how they're doing it, Donnie?
I don't know. Isn't there rounds, though? They got to make it like a next round, per se?
I think they changed the format a little. So I think the way it would work
I was looking at it.
Is,
where's the number I was looking at? Home run derby first round. Like, to make it or miss it, I should say.
So here's how I'll do it, Donnie. I got you.
Yep.
So to make the semifinals, and 4 guys are going to make the semifinals out of the 8, right?
Yes, correct.
So Cal Riley's minus 265.
Yep.
O'Neal Cruz is minus 194. And James Wood is minus 168.
Yes.
Which is actually not what you usually like. I'll compare it to the draft. Odds to go top 10, there's like 13 guys with a minus price. So you're actually getting 5 guys at a plus price here. Olsen, Rooker, Caminero, Chisholm, Buxton. Oh, no, excuse me. Buxton is minus 105 at the bottom. So would you say, Donnie, would you play Olsen, Rooker, Caminero, and Chisholm and be like, I can get 2 of these guys?
Yes, correct. That's it. That's how I would play. I would just take plus money on how I can get involved, to be honest. That's what I would do. I think it would make the most sense.
I like Buxton. The thing is, I like Buxton.
Yeah.
Like, what do you need if you play, if you fade those top 3 of O'Neal, Cruz, and Wood? Like, what would you need in terms of a win rate? Like, if you only went 2 out of the 5, would it cover it like minimally?
It might. Like, who's the worst? Who's worse on there? Like, who's the highest dog, I should say?
Chisholm at 172.
Yeah, it's not bad. So, like, put it this way. I don't think you get hurt, which means that I bet them all. I lost every one of them. Like, all it takes is like 1 plus 172. It's like, all right, well, I got a plus 172 with 1 and 3 overall. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm just looking for ways that are non-capped by saying, because you're not having like, hey, I know the starting pitcher is, I know the ballpark, their bullpen's exhausted, this guy hits lefties well. It's just a home run hitting contest, which any one of these guys theoretically can win. Now, granted, yes, you probably think Cal Raleigh can do it because he hits more in regular season and all that stuff, and boils it down. Or Matt Olson's, hey, I got to take him plus 850 price because he's home, it's his ballpark. We'll be excited, but we don't know. Like, you ever seen James Wood in a home run contest? No. O'Neal Cruz? Nope. Buxton? Nope. Like, no. I think that Matt Olson is the only one that's ever done it before, and that was back when he was with Oakland.
Yeah, I think for me, and I'm going to sit down and just, with something like this, Donnie, you want to just understand the rules. If you're going to bet it, as best as absolutely possible. And for example, total home runs in the Derby is 239.5.
Yeah.
Total home runs in round 1, 154.5. Those are fun wagers, right? Yeah. You're like, okay, I am now in the whole way on the Derby. Those are not, like, if the numbers, Donnie, were 300.5 or 200, you'd be like, all right, I don't know, maybe they just blasted a number up there. Like, they've done some level of math to come up with their numbers. So,
yes,
listen, I understand what you're saying. Look, this isn't the same as when we cap, Royals, Mets, or, Dodgers, Braves. I get that. But there's obviously some work that can be done to try and get an idea of what we're going to see. I'll ask you this question, because this is the kind of stuff that I know you're interested in.
Sure.
Who is Major League Baseball rooting for tonight?
In the Derby?
Yes. Like, who would be their dream winner of tonight's?
O'Neal Cruz.
Really?
Cruz. Yeah, O'Neal Cruz. Who would you bet?
Why? Think? Will you tell me why on O'Neal Cruz?
Because I just think, like, they love the next upcoming super cool factor highlight machine that they can sell. Because if he wins it tonight, it probably means Kevin Launch went 500 plus feet. He's also in a smaller market in Pittsburgh, which they're dying to just say, hey, Pittsburgh has something to deal with, and they have a bright future, which they don't, because they'll end up trading everybody away. But I just think, like, that international superstar, they absolutely love. Like I'm not knocking Cal Raleigh. He's having a sensational year, Kevin. He's probably going to hit 50-plus home runs, which is incredible for him. But, like, the big dumper as, like, hey, he's the face of baseball. You see what I mean? Like, that like, O'Neal Cruz is such a sellable commodity, like, across, like, white kids, black kids, Jamaican, Dominican, worldwide. Like, he is such a cool commodity. Because if you ever watch him play, he does everything we love. Wait a second. How does he throw a baseball that fast from shortstop? A guy that big can steal bases. Whoa! Did you see how far that home run was hit? like a modern day Roberto Clemente for Pittsburgh. Like you can sell that as internationally. I think they would love that. I think they would.
I think it's a really good case. I considered James Wood under the same idea.
Yeah.
Like here's my case for Cal Raleigh. And it's going to be a little silly. But let's just say, Donnie, he keeps making this a race with Judge.
Yes.
At some point, you're going to hear this for the Cal Raleigh voter. Look, this guy's had an unreal year. He's got 58 home runs. Won the Derby, mind you. Aaron Judge didn't show up. Mariners are supposed to be in a playoff race. Like, it feels like this is the now for Cal Raleigh, right? I think it's totally fair for Cruz and Wood. Their futures are all right in front of them. And these guys, like realistically, Donnie, at least one of them better be in this thing next year with the way you always describe it, right? Like this better not be a one and done.
Yeah, O'Neal Cruz wins it this year. It's like, you know what? I'm young. I got
guys, that was a good time.
Baseball. That was a great time. I'm just going to party now. Forget it.
Yeah. I feel as if for Major League Baseball, like now you can really start to ramp up this Cal Raleigh thing to another level of like, hey, are we watching the best power hitting season of all time? Like, I don't imagine it's going to end that way, right, Donnie? But like, that's, you start to add in elements if he gets this done that, you know, like, and here's the crazy thing. I know that you won't give him credit for this and you shouldn't, right? Because you don't understand why like a Judge isn't here and all those guys. But Cal Raleigh showed up in a way that a lot of, you know, these other guys aren't showing up.
Yes. Correct.
You know, and I think
I don't want to mess my swing up. I'm hitting a lot of home runs. I'm in a groove. I don't want to do that. Like you know what? It's a good point you make.
Seize the moment.
I usually poo-poo a lot of these guys, but Cal Raleigh, who is the home run leader, is like, yes, I will be in home run derby. And understandably, like trying to get the Mariners name out there, his name out there, like that's all part of like, oh man, this is boring, man. I've been in this thing 7 straight years. I just would like a break at the All-Star break and just relax and enjoy All-Star weekend. So there is something to say. I lead it. What do you got? We're in the break now.
Just
missed it.
Yeah, JP's asleep. That fake computer broke again.
Oh man, we getting paid extra for talking through breaks? Because you know we're still live right now. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
The radio's loving it.
Yeah, exactly. Radio's loving it. We're actually in a break, not on break. Some people say you get the best information coming from this network while we're not on break. Chat box out here firing away. George is the winner by far in the chat box today with comment volume here. Francisco chiming in as well. Did you know, Kevin, in the chat box that you can get like points? Like if you just comment, like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Yeah, you can. Yep.
Since we'll do an in break
now.
Let's do an in break. So now, all right, this is the Kevin Walsh Show. This is Donnie's big guest appearance. Can I tell you something, Donnie, that really has now caught my eye in a completely different way?
Yeah.
The Paul Skeens last 4 starts.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen what's been going on.
I'll bring it up. Hold on.
So I'll explain to the folks here as you bring it up. But we have this unbelievable situation where says JP texted us.
I mean, what is he saying? Come on, man. You know what? I'm reporting him. Yeah, I'm reporting him. It's way too much, man. Like I want callers, I can't get them. I just went in and out of breaks, I can't get them. JP tries to talk, you can't hear him. Now all of a sudden we're just going over time limits. But the best part would have been like if I was on like solo, because I've done a many hour show by myself with no commercial breaks, I'm fine. But this week of all weeks, it's like, you know what? No commercials, hour straight. You're going to be solo. Just make up topics and yam it away out here. I love it. I love it.
Do we want to button this up, or can I finish this Skeens point?
Now hold on. Tomorrow? Now hold on. His block goes out with power. If it doesn't come back on, are we running? Like, could we just do a radio show on Sirius the rest of the day? Just me and you? Because can you get kicked off, theoretically, if another producer can't do it? You probably
don't know.
Right?
I don't know what it like. If anyone in the chat box has XM, or like Donnie, can you tell us what XM is doing right now?
Hold on. Yep, let me do it right now. Hold on. Let's see. So we'll go to.
While Donnie checks that, I just want to explain this Paul Skeens thing to people. So the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Could qualify. Just go to Swish.
We're on YouTube, I guess, right now.
But
we're
for sure on YouTube. We're for sure on YouTube.
Okay.
We're for sure on YouTube.
Yeah, let me hear when we're coming back here. Are they just going to hear us talk? Let's see. We'll just keep this right up on with us. Right here. Is this a violation? Right. I don't know, but it's the only way we get it.
Violation of what?
I don't know. Like YouTube's like, hey, you're playing your own highlights on your own show. You can't do that.
That was the Jalen Williams quote when he was talking to SVP. He's like, I usually watch my own highlights before the game just to try and get in the right mindset. I like that idea. One.
Yep. There you go. So we're going to hear a little Pharrell right now. So I'll be able to hear when we come in from the commercial break, but I think this is slower than what we're actually on by how many seconds, though?
I don't know, but maybe what if the commercials don't stop?
Like, how would he bring us back in, or is this automatic? Isn't it though? Like the commercials.
I don't know.
A certain length of time. Let's hear
it. Maybe he's put in the. Yeah. But here's the thing, Donnie. Like, this is now going to catch up.
So by the time Mitch now
to gamble on, okay, fair enough.
So they just went to Mitch's 11 o'clock show. So this is you people out here listening right now on Restream on SportsGrid. Yeah, you're getting some extra right now. This is good. This is really good right now.
Hey, what's up?
There you go. Look at that. You guys are getting
we got your text. We decided to keep doing the show.
Yeah. Like, we're on YouTube.
What do you want us to do?
Assume, right? Let me see. Let's see. Are we? I don't even know if
we ended the stream. Oh, we're done. I think.
No, it just says live. I see you talking right now. I see you talking with yourself.
He's watching us on YouTube.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still streaming on YouTube. I didn't put you on speaker, but I am talking into the microphone, JP.
Oh, the chat box loving it out here right now. Yeah, there you go.
This is an exclusive insight. This is the day that it's what's
it's never going to end.
The Donnie and Kevin secret podcast.
Now it's going to be bugged. Yeah, it's going to be bugged the rest of the way now. Like, I can't even sit in my office because I'm on YouTube live.
We'll get off to it. All right, what are you saying? You got to button this up, Donnie, to the people who are sticking around.
See that there? Look at us too. You guys are on YouTube and X. We are loving it. Love it. We are live. Let's go. Like, the people want shows out here in these streets.
I'm sure.
What they want. Pretty good.
What do you want to do? You're in charge now.
Rock? Yeah, I don't know. So what do you got? We got 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. This whole block's out. Now, is that
right,
now? Hold on. No, wait. Yes, let's get to the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Is this block actually out or like something else?
Yeah.
It's like people.